I will explain modus ponens is the logical rule set to draw calculation. Its form is if P then Q. If P is the true, then the calculation Q must be true. For example, in the sentence, if father works, the father gets a salary, because the second premise states father works. Then the calculation, if father gets a salary, this is in accordance with the truth table, which shows that when P is true and the reinforcement PQ is true, then Q must is true. Modus ponens is a way of drawing calculation by rejecting the efficient. Its form is if P the Q, if Q does not occur, then it can be concluded that P is also not true. For example, if a cat has gas 10 the car cannot start, but is fast, the car does not start. When if can be closed, that the car does. Disjunctive sequence is the form of logical reasoning when there are only two possibilities. If the first possibility is proven wrong, then the conclusion is the second possibility. For example, the first premise is I read in motorability of take a public bus to school. Then the second premise is I don't read a motorability. Then the calculation is I take a public bus.
Hello everyone, my name is Bethania Yorena. So, on this occasion, I will explain about hypothetical syllogism and also constructive dilemma. For the first, I will explain about hypothetical syllogism. A hypothetical syllogism is a form of logic reasoning that connects a chain of conditional statements or implication. Its principle is known as the transitive property of implication, which states if one statement implies a second and the second implies a third, then the first also implies the third statements. So, on this hypothetical syllogism, we have the formula is P then Q then R, then the conclusion would be P then R. For the example is if it rains as a P, then ground gets wet as the Q. The ground gets wet as the Q, then the grass grows as the R. So the conclusion would be if it rains, the grass grows. For another example, if a student studies hard as a P, then they get a good grade as a Q. If they get a good grades as a key, then they can enter their dream university as a R. So, on the statements, we know that conclusion will be if a student studies hard, then they can enter their dream university. So, for the second, I will explain about constructive dilemma. A contractive dilemma is a form of logic reasoning used to draw a conclusion from two conditional statements and one disjunctive statement. From this contractive dilemma, we have that formula is P then R, Q then S. P or Q, the conclusion will be R or V. For example, if it rains today, I'll stay at home. And if my friends come, then I'll go for a walk. Both of a conditional statements, if we know that it's raining today or my friends are coming, then we can conclude that I'll stay at home or I'll go for a walk. For another example is, if I study hard as a P, I will pass the exam as a R. If I cheat as a Q, I will be punished as a S. The fact is, I study hard as a P or I cheat as a Q. So, from this premise and statements, we can get a conclusion is, I will pass the exam or I will be punished. So, that's all material of me. Thank you for your attention and see ya.
Hello, my name is Salsabila Cia Putri Ajali. Now I want to explain about simplified constructive dilemma and distributive dilemma. Okay, for the first is simplified constructive dilemma. In a sentence marked with a P hyphen, each sentence can imply the same thing. Based on this conclusion can be drawn. For the formula is P or Q, P then R, Q then R, so the conclusion is R. So, for the example is, today I'm tired or today I'm sleepy. If I'm tired today, then I will sleepy. If I'm sleepy today, then I will sleep. I will sleep. Today I am tired is P or today I'm sleepy is Q. If I am tired today is P, then I will sleep. This is R. If I'm sleepy today, this is Q, then I will sleep. So for the next material is constructive dilemma. For the distributive dilemma, it is a combination of two model arguments. For the formula is P then R, Q then S, not R or not S. So for the example is, if it rains today, I will be cold. If I wear a jacket, then the weather will be cold. I am not cool or the weather is not cool. It is not raining today or I am not wearing a jacket. If it's rain today is P, then I will be cold is R. If I wear a jacket is Q, then the weather will be cold is S. I'm not cold is not R, or the weather is not cool is not us. Is so the conclusion is, it's not raining today is not V. I'm not wearing a jacket is not Q.
My name is Resa Hirunisa. Now I will explain about disjunctive addition and conjunction. So, disjunctive addition is a basic rule of logic used to combine true statements with others using the word or. The rule says, if a statement P is true, then the statement P or Q will also be true. For example, let's say P is the sky is blue. Since that's true, we can add any other statement like Q, it is snowing. So we get the sky is blue or it is snowing. The new statement is still true because the first part P is true. And the last is conjunction. Conjunction means combining two statements using the word and. The rule is simple. The statement is true only if both parts are true. For example, P is the sun is shining and Q is the sky is blue. So, P and Q means the sun is shining and the sky is blue. This whole sentence is true only when both P and Q are true. Maybe that's all for our explanation. Thanks for watching.
Oke, ulang. Hello, introduce myself. My name is Mugitsari Mayal Maula, and today I'll explain about two topics from logic informatic. These two are bidirectional dilemma and conjunctive simplification. This topic help us understand how logical statements are connected and how we can simplify them. Okay, first, bidirectional dilemma. Bidirectional dilemma is a logical statement where two ideas depend on each other. If one is true, the other is also true. If one is false, the other is false. It shows a two-way connection between the statement. The form of bidirectional dilemma is P if and only if Q. Example, the light is on if and only if the switch is up. This means if the switch is up, the light is on. If the light is on, the switch must be up. Both are true or false together. Second, conjunctive simplification. Conjunctive simplification is a logic rule that lets us take one part of a sentence with two parts. If two things are true together, each one is true by itself. It helps us make long statements shorter and cleaner. Form of conjunction simplification is P and Q there before P, and P and Q there before Q. Example, the cat is sleeping and the window is open. From this, we can say the cat is sleeping or the window is open. Each part is true by its own. That's all about bidirectional dilemmas and conjunctive simplification. Goodbye.